everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So it's time for Friday book haul. If you haven't already got a cuppa, you might want to pause the video here and go and grab one. I do have a bit to get through tonight. Now, I'll just remind you that Friday book haul is now an open collaboration, so anyone can join in. So if you grab some secondhand book goodies and that, you can put the video up on a Friday and add the hashtag Friday book haul in the description. And that way we can find your video easy. We've got a few people who are participating, which is awesome, and I love seeing what they get. We're also doing Secondhand Sunday. On Sundays we put up the secondhand goods that we find with the hashtag Secondhand Sunday in the description. Some people only grab a few books and more secondhand goodies, so they show it all together on the Secondhand Sunday. So either doesn't really matter, but because I get quite a few books, and other people might only get books sometimes, I thought it'd be good to have a separate Friday book haul hashtag. Okay, so let's get started. A work colleague of mine, there was a whole bunch of magazines on the bench when I went to work one day. And he said, does anyone want any magazine? They're like Better Homes and Gardens and that. And I love Better Homes and Gardens, but I have so many magazines. I said, no. I mean, I've just culled a whole lot and taken the pages I wanted. So, yeah, said a strict no. I was being good. And then the next week when I went to work, I went out to the recycling and there were the pile of magazines in the recycling bin. So, of course, I can't let them go to the recycling. So, anyway, I grabbed them all, this massive pile of magazines. And there's only one Better Homes and Gardens. So that's the one I've got here. So I haven't looked at any of these, but I will go through them sometime. I might even do it on camera when I do it. And harvest bits and pieces. I do like harvesting for journals and also for glue books, because I would love to get into glue booking in the future. And you just never know what you're going to find. Look at this. It's a teddy bear wall frieze or something by the looks with the alphabet. So that's really cool. So that's why I thought, oh, I better grab them just in case. Then there were a couple of odd sort of magazines, just one of this one and one of that. So this one's a Get Creative, fun craft projects for your family and home. So this has got 38 projects. So I always like to flick through these anyway before they go to the bin, because sometimes I just get a great idea of something that I can incorporate into the journals. And yeah, sometimes the pictures are just great for the glue books. There's a pattern in there. It's nice and colourful. So that's that one. And then there's this Smocking and Embroidery book or magazine. Sometimes I find the pictures of the creations, or pictures like this, just gorgeous for a centre page in a journal. Got pattern pages. They're quite nice to use for different things as well. But even pictures like this for a belly band or a tuck spot or something I find really, really nice. There's this Heirloom Embroidery. This should have some beautiful pictures as well. This is the Better Homes and Gardens one. I hope you can see all right. It's a bit hard because I've got the magazines all stacked up, so you won't be seeing the full page or anything. But yeah, a little picture like that. Great journaling card. So they'll be great to go through and harvest from. This is a book. This is meant to be my book pile, so I'm going to put that aside for after. Now, I've got this whole stack of these handmade, Woman's Weekly handmade magazines. So I think these are going to be great to go through. So we'll just have a look inside one so you can see what they're like. Stitch guides. These are all map pages too, so I'll be able to use them as filler pages. I've got the pattern. I like using the patterns. A lot of the time they're matte as well. So you can use that paper for all sorts, envelopes and that. These will be great fussy cut. Little cherubs. Oh, look. A freebie stencil. Now I'm excited. You never know what you're going to find. Oh, look at the darling little mice. I remember trying to sew a little wedding mouse when I first got my sewing machine. I got there halfway through it. I haven't finished his clothes though, and I still got him sitting around from 20, 30 years ago. So yeah, they'll be heaps of fun to go through. So I just got stacks and stacks of those. I'll find somewhere to put them now. That'll be the hard thing. And then the other thing there was, which I haven't actually seen these before, inspiration magazines. So there's an index here of all the magazines. So this person must have collected most of the handmade magazines and the inspiration ones. These are Australia's most beautiful embroidery. So they're embroidery magazines. So a nice glue book picture. But again, I love this sort of thing. This one does not have much in it. And a lot of people, you know, use the embroidery and slow stitching and that in their journals. So it's a great way of learning different stitches and techniques. Again, I love some of the pictures that you can get in these. Oh, there's a little, I like that. Little bee house, honeycomb. That might be a beehive. That'd be a fun one to practice. Look at that one. I'm probably not talented enough to do that, so to cut it down, use it as the next best option is the way I look at it. So beautiful pictures in all of those, so that's a big pile of magazines. Now there were a couple more crafty magazines or books. This is more soft toys. And this I like because it's really retro, the pictures. So registered. It says 1956. The sale registered under the Restrictive Trade Practices Act in 1956. Here we go, first published in 72. Thought it was 70s, you can tell by the colours. Orange. Map page is awesome. Awesome for the journals. I don't tend to like much of what they made back then. So I probably won't be making any of these. I find them a bit scary. But I do love the colour of the patterns and the size of the pages. Well, I don't mind felt things like that. Look, it's an aquarium of felt fish. This is English Smocking. $19.81 for this one. So I've got the patterns. I don't think smocking's something I'd probably do either. So it's for the dresses. Might be alright. It's filler pages, and I love that front cover. So that's real pretty. Come Berrying, the Foxglove Garden collection. 1994 for this one. Now it looks like this is applique quilting, and I do collect things for berry journals in the future, so I thought this might give me some ideas. I've got some letters there. Could always copy these and downsize them. Make some for covers or something. A couple of small books here. How to work with tools and wood. A do-it-yourself guide for the beginner. This one is 1955, so it's an old one, and it's very nicely coloured. Love the adverts in the back. But yeah, I love the colour of the pages, and look at the diagrams in there. Quite interesting. How to Make Good Pictures, a book for the amateur photographer. I should read this, my photo taking is not good. I'm not sure how old this one is. There's some great pictures in here though. Horse and cart. So quite old by the look of the pictures and the style of the clothes. I think I like the pictures more than anything. There were 2 readers. I think I just grabbed them because they were readers and take you back to your past. This is the Magic Car and this is the Secret Cave. $67 for this one. Some of the pictures are quite nice. One would think this would be about the same date. 68. Pictures aren't so good in this one, they're all orange. And I've got a bookmark, which I'll put up with all my other bookmarks that I've got to cover one day. This is Complete Wine Course, 2002 edition. So you've seen me grab a few wine books, but I like the labels. I think they'd make cool embellishments. So there's just lots of little labels in this one, which is cool, because I've got ones that have bigger labels. Looks like someone's wine label tag. Personally, I don't know how people like this stuff enough to really care. It's disgusting. Don't like beer either, but yeah, each to their own. Some of the labels are beautiful though. This is Becoming American Express. And this is map pages as well. 1999. So I think this has some cool pictures that might make nice ephemera and adverts and that. So we'll see. But yeah, the pages are really nice. There's some there. Got the squeakies. Oh, it's the book. Just keep doing it so you know it's not me. Look at that stamp there, it's really cool. And they're really nice. So yeah, there's a bit to harvest from that. So I hope you're all going okay. It's been nice and warm here today, so I managed to get out and in the garden and do a pile of weeding, which felt great. So I will go grab the next few bags of books. The next thing I grabbed out the bins were too many of these activity and collectors albums for the animals that come from Woolworths. So they did collect a lot of the cards though. Just thinking too with these, whether these would hold. I don't think they're quite the size for playing cards, unfortunately. Because I was going to say it'd be good to be able to reuse them for they are, but I don't think they'd hold them if you altered them. We will see. That'd be a good way of reusing them though, because I did purchase some of these for my APCs and ATCs, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I do use the cards to put into journal pockets or gift to people in Happy Mails. You could also alter them as well. So what I'll do is take all the cards out and put them in my collection. And then I will probably keep, because they look pretty clean, the plastic. Because I could always cut them out and use them as little pockets and try different things with them in the journals. So I'll go through and do that with them all. But yeah, there was heaps. There's that one. This one. So they look like all prehistoric ones. That looks a bit dirty. It looks like a book cover of some description. These ones. What are they? Yeah, haven't seen those ones before. They look like good ones to alter. Too fancy for my liking. Looks like, oh, they open. Oh, that's neat. I'd have to play around with those a bit. Oh, and there's the big albums. It's got super animals. Oh, that one's cute, chipmunk. So some of the pictures are really cool in these. Aussie animals. It's Aussie animals again. More super animals. So someone did a lot of collecting of them. But yeah, these get chucked into the recycling bin, and the bin that we're meant to put the recycling in, there's a skip bin, but it's for paper only, and this sort of thing gets chucked in there, and I don't like that, so I try to grab them out and bring them home and sort them out and put them in the right bins here. RSPCA pets. All them round things, just pictures. And then another, whatever that one is, Aussie animals. So I've got stacks of them that I have to sort out. I like creating work for myself. Then I think this is the same. I probably grabbed this, yeah, Advanced Pediatric Life Support. I don't think I got that for my journals, but I would have got that because this cover should not go in the recycling. So, I mean, I could probably possibly recycle it myself and use it. It's a 4-ring binder. And I did buy a hole puncher that might, can't remember if it was 3 or 4. If it's 4, that'd be awesome, and I can reuse this. The pages are a bit glossy, so I don't know if I'd use those. I'll probably take them out and try and reuse the folder. Big one, Complete Australian Gardener. I think this is one of the ones that I wouldn't buy, and I have a few of, but I don't like seeing them go to the bin. This one is 1980. I love pages like that. Look at the colour in that. I'm going to take that one out actually. I'm making a journal at the moment, and I'm trying to kill someone with the colour orange, so that might end up in there. I don't do things by halves. So I like that it has illustrations as well as the photos. Growing ferns. But some of the colours are very bright. That's beautiful. A huge book too. Now, next bag. Greece and Rome victorious. History and pictures. Looks like a good one, maybe. First published in 79. Yeah, 79. Oh, look, we've even got the... Oh, that's weird. David and Bridget Trump. That's all right then. I just looked on there and it's Trump tea. Like, what? So that's cool. A very full library card there. A few interesting pictures. Was a gardening magazine, just to go with all the rest of my magazines. I've got a box full of gardening magazines I have to go through too. But yeah, beautiful pictures in these. For anyone who doesn't mind bright colours and glossy pages, which I don't. What else did I get? I can't even remember what I got. These. What is that? The Handyman's Complete Carpentry Guide. It's bright. So this must be 70s. I just see the orange and yeah, 70s. Or is it earlier even? I don't think it says. That's frustrating. It is old though. Great pictures. Page size is really cool if you wanted to fold it as well as a page. I think this one's something similar. Yeah, it's got tools embossed. I don't know if you can see that. That is quite a nice cover to try and reuse actually for a masculine themed journal or something. New Australian Home Carpentry. Now this looks like it'd be about the same age. And it doesn't tell us. Nice old pictures. I'd say 60s to 70s or something, but the looks of the photos. It's a cool page. Adelaide and the Country from 1870 to 1917. I might have liked the cover on this one because it's brown. This is 73. Oh, look, another. Sometimes I just want to be there and look at the back of all the books, but I don't have time because I actually do need to do work. And yeah, because sometimes they must chuck out so many of these and that makes me upset. Can't save them all, I suppose, but that one's neat because it's empty on that side. And the pages are nice to use to make pockets and that. Otherwise I would have grabbed that for the cover. And it's a bonus that I've got the, what do you call these things? Library cards. Oh, my brain. Jamie's Garden, I already have one of these, but I do find them sort of neat. You can reuse this elastic that they tie it with. They are matte pages. It's got all these stickers in it, but there are bits and pieces that I might be able to cut out and use. Like these are pretty cool. You can always just cut them out and alter them. So I'll go through, see if there's bits I want to use. Even some of the paper for backgrounds in collages and glue booking. Same diff really, isn't it? It's all collaging. Same with that. What is this? Revised Edition Electronics T1. 1984. So I think just there were a few books on electronics and that, but they didn't have that good of diagrams, but I liked this one for all the algebra and the diagrams. Someone's been writing in it too, but at least it's in pencil. Digital System Electronics. 1990, same thing. It'd be quite nice for collaging as well. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I liked some of the pictures in this. I like the old Snow White pictures. I tend to steer clear of Disney a fair bit, but that one was a nice one. My Useful Word Book. Oh, so it's got a whole lot of words. So I'll be able to use words if I find good ones. Like sleep, that's a good one. I don't know. Are there any good ones? Platypus? Present? But the lines are cool too. You could back your bookmarks even with those ones. That'd be perfect on the back of a bookmark to be able to journal on if I want to. So I like using that sort of thing. Oh, these little Treehouse books. I don't like them, but everyone, there was such a rage of people altering these when they come out, so I thought I'd grab one. I think I've got a few others put away somewhere. Whether I ever do anything with them or not, I don't know. A catalogue, The Flower Garden. Yeah, so it's Specialist Growers of David Austin Roses, 99. A lot of the time these have beautiful rose pictures though. There are a whole lot of kids' books that went out, but you can see why. In really bad condition, so we wouldn't be able to sell them. 91, The Jolly Christmas Postman. Had to stop and wait and see if that was a J or an F. The way we used to write. But yeah, I thought this one might be quite nice to harvest bits and pieces for December dailies or Christmas journals. Those pages are great. Got an envelope there. A pocket from the postman. Another one there. It's been used, that's for sure. Look at the stamps, they're really nice. I wasn't going to do a December daily this year, but we'll see how things go. I wasn't going to do Christmas this year at all, actually. But sometimes you can't help but get sucked into it a little bit just for something to do. So I keep getting these things. The Rivals Sheridan. So it's like a collection of books. I have embossing on the front and that this book belongs to. And then they have these beautiful start pages. So this one's 1956. The pages are really nice in this one. I always grab them. I always grab these too. I can't tell you how many of these I've got now. The Blue Day book. Probably around 2,000 by the looks, but I have animals and they have cute animals. Must start using these pictures and putting them in something. That looks a bit suspect, that one does, doesn't it? Oh yeah. It says a frisky love bite or two, and then well, anything goes. Isn't that cute though? It's very hard to say no to books like that. I think usually they're in colour, these ones. The Zodiac birthday book. It just talks about all your astrology. I like these side bits there. Might do an astrology journal one day. More bookmarks. Wow, I don't know where they come from. These are memorial bookmarks. Pugs. Thelma and the unicorn. So I always look at them, and if it's a theme that I might be able to use, I leave them. If not, I put them in this box that I'll have to show you one day that has that much, I don't want to say rude words, it has that much rubbish in it that I want to like cover and that. So we must do some of that one day. To a dear father. Oh, it's got a train. To Papa Bear. Have a groovy birthday from Younger Bear and Captain Bear. Isn't that funny? That is so funny. I'll have to keep that for a personal journal because it gives me a giggle. Okay, so we're on the home stretch now. Last bag of books. First ones we have are The Story of Our Plants, First Steps in Australian Botany. It says 1933 for this one, so quite old. Fascinating. That's really cool too. And then there's this, the tree book. It's from the same publishers. I would think it's about the same age. Does not say though. Great pages to use. There was this, A Species of Eternity. The wilderness adventures and discoveries of America's early naturalists who, in searching out and first making known the birds, plants and animals of the new continent, enriched man's knowledge of the world's wonders and achieved for themselves a kind of immortality. Really love this dust cover. Look, you can see, I think it's a tiger's face peeking out there and just some eyeballs there. They're a bit scary. But really, really cool dust cover. Let's have a look at the cover. Oh, that's gorgeous too. I'll definitely reuse that. It's beautiful colour and it's embossed, the title there. $1977, the pages feel beautiful. This one would be an interesting read. For me, anyway. Maybe. Look at those illustrations. They are amazing. I'll have to check up about this. They're probably in the public library or something by now, a lot of these illustrations. And colour plates, oh. Beautiful book, isn't it? And there was the big book of questions and answers, 1985. I love the colour and the pictures. It's a shame that the writing and all that, it all sort of goes over each other, so it's hard to cut out specific things. But still beautiful pages. Look, the owl. Kids' books are just the best, aren't they? I never liked kids' books as a kid, so I like them now. It's funny that. There were a couple of magazines that are Carter's Australian Antique magazines. So it looks like they're about 1990 around about. Getting a lot of adverts in these. Sometimes I find little pictures that I think would be cool for glue booking in antique books. So I'll go through and have a look. Sometimes I like the ads as well. Oh yeah, like things like that I find really interesting. So I'll go through and harvest those and see if I can find much that I want to use. Those vases would be really nice as well. This is the Western Mail Annual Christmas 1946. So it's got them really strange, I don't know if you call it sepia or not, just really weird greenish colours. It's an awesome ad on the back. Fascinating art of being a woman. They should have a picture doing the ironing and dishes with the holding screaming kids at the same time. That would be more apt, wouldn't it? I love some of these ads. So that's a cool old book. That'll go with all my other vintage and antique publications. There was a decoupage source book. Because we don't sell magazines, and if we don't think that some little books like this are worth the money to put the price that we'd usually put on books of this size, then we put them out the front on a trolley. Magazines people can just take if they're on the bottom shelf or whatever, and then up on the higher shelves you just give a gold coin donation. So this was on the freebie shelf, and I thought, I'm not letting that go. So it's one of your decoupage source books. Great pictures. That is beautiful. Fairies. That's really nice. That was a good find. These, I'm always picking these up. The Australian Junior Encyclopedia. They're one of my favourite encyclopedias though, these ones. $19.58 for this one. love the colour of the pages. Vintage pictures, and then you get colour plates. It smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. Must be from mothballs or something. I love these colour plates that they put in them. I don't get many, but they are amazing. That's really cool with the shells. So it's just the one side. Look at that. How cute are they? Baby birds. Little fluffies. Oh my goodness me. I've never seen one of them. I mean, I haven't seen any of them around here, but on TV, I've never seen one of them. Don't know if they're still around. What is it? Centre Kingbird of Paradise, apparently. Oh, bugs. My goodness me. Oh, butterflies. Oh, mushrooms. Oh, I'm excited. When I started at the back, I thought, oh, I don't know if it looks got silverfish. Ooh, silverfish. Maybe that's what I'm smelling. Silverfish killer. Sorry, can't help myself. I should probably edit stuff like that out, but well, that's what happened. That's the realness of this hobby. Yeah, when I started flicking through it, I thought, oh, this one's a bit boring, but no, there's a treasure trove in there. Beautiful, very happy with that one. And then the last of all, this will give Crafty Dork, Jeanette, a bit of a giggle. She dropped off heaps of crafting gear to me the other day. Included was some gnome stuff and one of the gnome books. And I said to her, I think I just picked up a couple of those, but I think these are different. I think they're possibly, I thought they were all from the same author, but it looks like they're not. But I've got some to go with it, Jeanette. So this is the Gnomes Book of Christmas Crafts. This might have some cool stuff in it to make. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. These are all meant for the crafts, for gift tags or papered cookies. Handle for soap box decoration for soap. Well, that's not what they're going to be used for. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my goodness, I'm in gnome heaven. Oh, wow, look at her face. How have they made that? That is amazing. Almost reminds me of one of those apple face dolls that people used to make with the dried up apples. But that one's nicer. I've got patterns. They look like little felted gnomes. A wood gnome. It's over there. This is so cool. I haven't seen this one before. It's got a forest gnome song. And then Secret of the Gnomes. $19.81 for this one. The first I ever saw of these books was back a year or so ago watching Susanna Easdale from Vintage Blend Studio. She was making a gnome journal and she had one of these books. And I think it was in German. And after seeing her, I was so intrigued that every time I find one now, it's like, oh, got to have that. It was never on my radar to make a gnome journal prior to that. But these are so cool. That's a cute page. I think with those books and the one that Jeanette gave me and the other one or two that I might have stashed around here somewhere, I could probably make a few gnome journals. Look at all of these gnome costumes. Be able to cut them all out individually, wouldn't you, and use them here and there. Oh, a Weet-Bix Great Barrier Reef card. Isn't that cool? All right, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Take care of yourselves. Be good, and I will see you for Secondhand Sunday. Take care. See you later.